Hey, how about that,
What's
huh?
going on, Santos? What's going on, my
Hey,
brother?
what's going on, bro? Good to see you. Of course, we talk
Always,
every
always.
day,
You're my brother.
but
You know, what I'm saying? I talk to you every day. Yeah,
that's
yeah,
my
yeah.
brother, bro. If there was an alternate universe version of me in Miami who was Cuban, is you. Is you. That's
Vice
the
versa.
Cuban
Vice,
me and vice
vice
versa.
versa. That's
Yeah.
the Puerto Rican me.
That's the Cuban me in Miami, bro. If I was that exactly to a T. It's great.
Salud, my
Look,
brother.
salud. Yo,
I
I'm
got,
telling you.
I got some Café Santo Domingo. Great coffee, man. I love
That's the
Dominican
best.
coffee.
Best.
I love it. I
Yo,
love
shout
it.
out to them. Tell them, yo,
Yeah,
let's write me a check. We
yeah.
got
Definitely. No, me too. Me too.
yeah, the right
I,
best.
I just wish they had better journalists, but I'm gonna leave that one alone.
Oh man. All right, we
I'm
starting
gonna,
hot, huh? All
you
right.
know that Cuba's gonna catch a few strays today, bro. Cuba's
All
gonna catch
right,
a few
all right.
strays today.
So we're gonna start with because I feel like there's been a lot of stuff with WBC. This one is in, this one is out, blah blah blah.
Yeah,
I want to start with Cuba. We're gonna start
yeah.
with Cuba
No problem.
because we got to start with Cuba. I'll tell you why. Because Cuba's been a church mouse in this
Yeah,
whole process, right?
yeah,
And obviously, we know Yusef Diaz has a lot of sources. Pelota Cubana. He
yeah.
also has his English platform, all that stuff. So you're on the you're in the know and all that. So,
Yeah.
talk to us a little bit about what's been going
All right,
on with Cuba and the
all
WBC.
right. A lot of people are getting off the ship because of spring training invites. I'll tell you what really happened. Look, the way Cuba is aggregating players, they're hiring practices. You know what I mean? They basically, if you're not with that government or you're not neutral or quiet, you can't be on that team. And if you weren't born there, obviously you can't be on that team. But the thing is that that federation is not run by the Cuban Federation. It's run by the government. Mr. Diaz Canel has the let me call him Mr. because that's being too nice to him. Miguel Diaz Canel has the final say. Like the players started to get mad because the players wanted Noelvis Gonzalez to be the manager, and I could verify that through a lot of sources. And Diaz Canel said, no, I want German Mesa because German Mesa is loyal to that government because everything's based on politics when it comes to Cuba.
Of
But
course.
They wanted German Mesa, and people didn't like that because even the communist players don't like German Mesa. To be honest, he's not a well liked guy. But
Right, right.
they softened the blow when they put Noel Bis Gonzalez as the bench coach because he's very beloved by everybody. Very nice guy, very knowledgeable guy. He's a guy that's in tune with the professional game. All right. Then comes people saying that they were going to play Andy Pajes, Dice Bell, etc., etc. And then it comes out later that Zach Neto, a Cuban American, wants to play, right? But when they dropped the 35-man roster, which I still haven't got my hands on, and that's a miracle because I get my hands on almost everything, but we do Pelota Cubana. But when they said they didn't want Zach Neto, a lot of people didn't like that. It ruffled a lot of feathers. The thing is,
Wow.
look, the Cuban Federation, they wanted Norbis Gonzalez, they wanted Zach Neto. But an unnamed source told me, hey, there's people above me that make decisions. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Right.
A lot of players got mad because like, all right, because you had look, Rodon wanted to play with Cuba, Andrew Perez wanted to play with Cuba, Jacobonis wanted to play with Cuba, Neto wanted to play with Cuba, and a couple more Cuban Americans. And then when you cutting them out, you basically telling these players you'd rather lose based on your ideology than win based on baseball. See, that's the difference between Venezuela and Cuba. Same ideology, well, not anymore, but they had the same ideology. But Venezuela would let anybody play with Venezuela. It didn't matter if you liked the government or not. They just wanted to win. The Cuban Federation is not like that. In fact, the Cuban Federation is not independent from the government like the Venezuelan Federation is. You see what I'm saying? When
Right, right. Yeah.
it comes to everything, basically you have to get it approved. Look, and then another bombshell, Yariel Rodriguez is gonna play, but the Toronto Blue Jays told him, "Hey, my man, 2 innings, he's not gonna be a starter. So the only bona fide starter you have there is Livan Moinelo. You know, you
Right.
could have had Carlos Rodon. You could have a lot of people, but what you are going to have is a lot of young guys that you don't know of that are going to make an impact. You have this kid in Cuba named Brander Guevara, 97-mile-an-hour heater. He's killing the Cuban league. Basically, he was supposed to sign here, but he had a small injury in his elbow, which proved out to be not that serious. Japan, the SoftBank Hawks are going to Cuba, and they're probably going to sign that kid. That kid's the number 2. You have this other kid from the Toronto Blue Jays named Silvano Echeverria.
Right.
Was in the high minors, A plus, double A ball. kid 96, 97, an array of breaking pitches, and your fourth starter will probably be excuse me, Jose Ramon Rodriguez, who pitched in the Venezuelan edition. He's not a bad pitcher, but I don't see them winning a game, to be honest, in that pool with Puerto Rico, with Colombia. Be careful with Colombia. They're a very dangerous team. Colombia,
yeah, absolutely. Panama
always gives Cuba, and
yeah.
Puerto Rico. I see a replay of 2006 when everybody, even the bat boy, Lou Brock, even Lou Brock, the bat boy.
Right, Black
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah, man. I see Puerto Rico winning that World Baseball. I mean that pool without losing the game. And don't be surprised if Cuba doesn't win the game. It has to qualify for the next tournament. That could be a big possibility.
See, here's the thing, right? And I understand the skepticism because there's a lot of mystery, right? You mentioned the pitchers.
Yeah.
You know, obviously we have some other players who
No Andy
that
Bañez.
we feel. No Andy Bañez, right? That's a big loss too because he's very versatile.
Dice Bell's the guy out of the pen.
Yeah,
arm.
great arm. And Andy Pages to me is the biggest loss because of the upside, right?
Yeah, but you also lost Lazaro Estrada, who was in the big leagues last year, who would have been your number 2 starter. And then Rafael Sanchez was a guy in the high minor leagues that would have been your number 3, maybe 4 starter. It's bad. It's bad.
Yeah. And so what you're saying is basically, right, which we know this, but just reiterating the point, they allowed for their pride and for politics to get in the way of constructing what could have been a very talented team.
Well, the way things are going over there, I picture next Baseball Classic, you're gonna have a whole Cuban team. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Not to touch too much politics, but the way things are going over there,
Marco's gonna save them.
I'm not a big fan of that side.
I get it. No, but
I think he's doing the right thing.
You and me are down the middle. That's how we're fair.
Yeah,
we don't play the
we
don't play the BS. We call it how it is. That's how you and
old
me
school.
are.
Old school.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
But this roster, I don't know, man. Maybe they could give Panama a good game, Colombia a good game. Now let's see who did. Canada has announced some of their players. No Freddie Freeman for Canada, from what I hear.
Yeah, that's a big loss. Yeah,
but they had this kid, the kid that the Marlins got in that trade, in the Cabrera trade. Casey.
Forgot his name.
He's gonna be there. You got the shortstop for the Marlins. He's Dominican. What's his name?
Otto Lopez.
Him. He's gonna play with Canada, which is weird. But he's as biased Canadian as I am. But
Vladdy's not. But Vladdy's not.
No. Let them tell it.
Right. Vladdy's not. Yeah, no. Listen, no. I get it. No, I know. No, que no te vaya a calentar, but no, bro.
I don't want to sleep on the couch today.
On the couch.
Sleep on the couch.
I hear you. Here's the thing. Right? So that, to me, a lot of people are underestimating that pool. That pool is better than people think.
The most competitive pool in the tournament.
Yeah, I agree with you. And they think I'm crazy for saying that. No. They be like, "Oh, you're biased." Either I'm biased because
Puerto Rico's a very underrated team. They have deceptively sneaky pitching. They play very fundamental. I hate playing Puerto Rico because they play very fundamental baseball. There's not a lot of big swing and miss with them like this with DR. And they basically fundamentally, they're like Tim Duncan. They fundamentally you to death.
The big fundamental.
Yeah. They fundamentally you to death. That's basically Puerto Rico. The thing is, Riley Green's not playing. That's a big loss for you guys. And Correa, and we know why that's happening. We talked that off camera about that.
Mm-hmm. But to get...
Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No, go ahead.
No. What you said is right because, and it's interesting. It leads me to my next segue with obviously with Puerto Rico, which we know. Look, Correa is a huge loss, not just for on the field, but off the leadership. Right? It's a big loss, and with Riley Green out, I didn't expect. Springer out. I knew they weren't gonna play for Puerto Rico. I knew it. I knew it. I had to see it to believe it. I knew they weren't.
Kiko's a big loss. Kiko's a big
loss too. Yeah. I'll tell you this, and this is gonna sound crazy coming from me. I appreciate you being very objective and optimistic when it comes to Puerto Rico. Yeah. I do not like Puerto Rico's chances in this tournament. I mean, I don't think I got a bad feel, and this is just based on
Yeah.
just guts, not based on. I I don't like what I'm seeing with the vibes right now. It's just
I
something
mean,
is off.
all right. Let me look at Cuba. You lose Pajes. That's probably your best hitter. You lose Neto, you downgrade from Neto to Alexander Vargas. No disrespect to him, but he's not Sac Neto.
No, no,
All right.
no,
Then
no.
who's gonna play right field for you? It's probably gonna be Yoel Esquivel. Gibra's a heck of a player, but come on, Andy Paez is a baseball is a major leaguer. And then you're gonna have Victor Lebrada in center field, who's not a bad player, but he didn't look very well in this winter with with Elise. And then you're gonna have Roel playing left field. Roel's a very experienced international hitter, but this level is at this age is might be pretty tough for him. And then your catcher is not gonna hit. It's Omar Hernandez. Great
Right,
catcher
right.
behind the plate, but he can't hit if you can't hit with a door. You can't hit with a door.
Hey, what a door.
Yeah, but and then okay, your second baseman is probably gonna be Yidi Cape, which is a great prospect because
Yeah.
you lose Ibanez, and then who's gonna be your first baseman?
Who's
Yoel
gonna?
Yankee, maybe Yoel Yankee, maybe Ariel Martinez. Ariel Martinez is probably gonna be the first baseman or the DH because he's a guy that plays in. Well, he's been an All-Star twice in Japan. You can't have your dear Drake because of suspension because he tested positive for
Right, right.
a bad. That was another guy who's a glue guy.
Blue guy.
Drake,
Yeah.
with his hitting and with his leadership, probably one of the most respected players on that team. And another thing, Cuba, because Drake talks to us all the time. I was talking to him yesterday. He's a very outspoken guy, and Cuba doesn't like that. Yeah,
No.
if you look at with Roenis, we talked to Roenis the other day. Remember that Roenis told us during the last tournament, Giordano was over there in Taiwan, and the federation was like, "No, you can't give an interview." It's like, "Can't give what? No, this is an international event. I give an interview if I want to." They don't even want you to talk to the press. They still think that they're in Cuba. Seriously,
That bad, huh?
that bad, that bad. And it's not even the head of the federation. Juan Reynaldo Perez Pardo, from what I've seen, is a pretty open guy. Is that he has to take orders, man. You see what I'm saying?
Right, right. He's not the one who's really in charge
No.
when it comes to over there, obviously, right? I mean, because of the politics, everything being involved, he only has so much power. Right.
From what I've been told, and what, we got great sources. I got sources next to him that they don't even know about. But that source told us that he wanted everything. Like he wanted the Cuban Americans, he wanted no LBs, and they were like, "No, this is what you're gonna do." Incluso, they lost a great pitching coach. His name is Jesus Manso. He's in Mexico. He's a guru in Mexico. He's almost like the Cuban version of
Barrios.
Yeah, no, Barrios is the man, but he's similar. Like he's a guy like Professor Barrios, mechanics. He focuses on mechanics. He revives people's careers. Manso is very similar, but remember, Professor Barrios has 15 years in this or more,
right?
And he's a technician, man. He saved a lot of careers. He rebuilt Chapman. Chapman is who he is because of Professor Barrios. So, yeah, man, they lost a lot of people because of just their dumb antics, man. Their dumb antics.
And when you have, that's the crazy thing, because when you have a tournament like this where it has to be frustrating for Cuban fans, Cuban American fans, and Cuban fans everywhere when they had the opportunity to have, right, this talent, and you got other selections that are complaining, right? Oh, we don't have this guy, we don't got that guy. You're missing more. I mean, it's crazy.
No, they even reached out to JC Escarra. I know there were reports that Escarra was interested, but I don't think he was. He looked at it like the lure of the World Baseball Classic, but then people close to him, including myself, had a conversation with him, and he saw the bigger picture. Like you're from Miami. Right. Basically, what was conveyed to him was we don't play for those people.
The exile community.
Yeah, Like for example, if you're born there and raised in America like me, we don't play for those people. If you're born in America of Cuban descent, We don't play for those
Definitely,
people.
though.
Yeah, you're sending the wrong message, you know. And you know what? Nothing bad's gonna happen to you, but people are always gonna look at you like, this is the guy that played for Cuba. This is the guy that betrayed us. You know what I mean? And that's what made him even madder, because Zach Neto was willing to risk all that, you know, put all that
Yeah,
aside,
well,
and then you
I
tell him no.
remember.
Yeah,
I remember you had. I remember you were. I remember
I was heat.
we
I
were
was hot.
talking.
I was hot.
You
Yeah, I
were
was very
hot.
hot.
You
Yeah.
was hot. You were heated
I was
because
like,
you
this
just
kid. Yeah,
this
yeah,
kid is willing. You know the risk. First of
yeah,
all, in a way, I'm glad it didn't happen. In a way,
yeah. Me too.
right?
Me
You
too.
know the risk
Yeah,
that kid. Because I know you were very conflicted. Like you,
yeah,
he would have been a pioneer.
yeah,
Like you realize the
yeah.
history that.
But that's what they saw. See, all right, Messa's gonna have a problem because Messa's a dictator, even in the
Mhm.
clubhouse. These kids are all professionals. The time you tell one of these kids that he's gonna look at you and just laugh and walk away. And
Right.
all right, being a person that was raised in the United States, in the Cuban American community, and raising a child that's Cuban American. I got two kids that are Cuban American. Well, one's Cuban Nicaraguan, but he's born in America. One is Cuban Dominican, I was just born. But
Uh-huh.
me raising a kid stateside, like, you know, my son is a very liberal guy, because we're in America. We speak our
Right.
minds. So when
That's right.
this guy German makes this guy, hey, you gonna tell him what? Get out of here, bro. It's gonna blow him off. That's what's gonna
Right.
happen. They already had problems with that during the last baseball class. With Ronnie's. Ronnie's was like, oh no, man, what are you talking about? No, I'm not gonna go by this anymore. You're not gonna tell me what to do. I'm a professional
Right.
player. That's what happened. And in fact, I talked to him the other day. Even what he said on our show, he's like, I'm never playing for those people again until those people are gone. And he's right, because what he saw. All right, for example, he told us they didn't even have his uniform size. You know what it's to get to Taiwan, and they had the wrong uniform size for you, bro.
Ooh.
Like they didn't even measure these guys. They were like, oh, you pants didn't fit, like the shirt was way too big.
How do you do that? Like,
welcome to the Cuban Federation. All right.
yeah.
Well, everybody else has iPads and stuff. The Cuban Federation is like, I asked Pedro Luis Lasso, who's going to be the pitching coach in this classic as well, because Manso stepped down. Because he said basically Manso told him, I have a contract in Mexico. That's an excuse, like the team didn't let me play. You know, when players say that, they saw the writing was on the wall.
Right. Mm-hmm.
All right. So I asked Lasso, last baseball classic, all right, what's the plan of attack today against the before they play Team USA? What's the plan of attack against these American bats? We're gonna go at them. That was his answer. I was like, what? He's like, you know, we're gonna work them here. No, we're just gonna go at them, and that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah, what a plan.
You see how that worked out, right?
Right. Yeah, no. It's and so we know that obviously the Cuban Federation is backwards and all this. Now here's the question I have for you, right? Because early on we heard about the, Moncada, we heard about Pajes, we heard about all these guys, right? Ibanez, all these guys. So my question is, do you think how much of them stepping down had to do with them possibly fighting for playing time or roles with their team, or them kind of like feeling like, oh shoot, I can't walk around the Cuban community again if I put on the Cuban uniform? You get what I'm saying? Like, is it
it's
both or
little both? Because with Andy's around the Cuban community all the time. Nobody's ever really said anything disrespectful to Andy. You know, in America, it's not gonna. They might look at you, or they might probably blackball you, and not even that. Nothing's happened to Andy. You know,
you mean Ibanez, right?
And
Ibanez.
think about Andy. He's a good guy. Ibanez, great kid, man. The kid is he's into church. The kid doesn't even drink, man. To be honest.
Wow, amazing.
He's a very wholesome kid. I guess he just want to play for Cuba. But it got kind of sidetracked. Some people kind of said some things they shouldn't have said, you know. They should just let it be. Like my thought always on that has been, you can play if you want to. I don't condone it, but I'm not gonna judge you for it, you know?
Right.
But when something happens to you that those people do, because they will do it to you, you played into it. It's at your own risk, you know?
Right.
Because this is not a normal federation, you know?
Right. Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, and like what you said? I'm sorry, go ahead.
No. Go ahead. Finish the thing. I was going to talk about Pajes next. Go ahead.
And when it comes to my family, like anybody else can play, but my family will never play for those people.
No.
When it comes to my family, like, yo, I'm very liberal when it comes to them, to other people, but not when it comes to you. We will not do this.
No, I get it. Yeah, because it's different. It hits home. It's different. Yeah, you can't have that. Now, what I've heard with Pajes, and I don't know if it's true, maybe you can kind of, bring the point home and clarify this, right? With Andy Pajes, I heard that a major reason why he's not going to play is because there's a chance that his spot is not guaranteed on the Dodgers, like his playing time.
I don't know about that because after the year that Andy had, Andy had a great. Andy saved the World Series for him.
I know. Yeah, but they're deep though. Dodgers are deep. That's the thing.
Yeah,
they're very
but
deep.
not really in the outfield, and especially with Pajes is an adequate bat. A little bit above average. As a bat.
Yeah,
he's getting better as a hitter. He's maturing. You've seen growth from year 1 to year 2.
Absolutely.
And all right, most people have a sophomore slump. He didn't. He grew.
Nope. You're right.
Year 3, he should take another step. And all right, Andy would have won a Gold Glove if they would have kept him just in one place.
That's a good point.
Yeah. And he's a kid that played center field and played right field. I think he had like 8 defensive runs saved, something like that. In the outfield.
Crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. No, he's a hell of a. I don't think it was.
He was up there. He was up there. Yeah.
My sources, and I don't know if Andy was mad at this, Pajes, but a lot of people were turned off by the thing with Zach Neto, bro. They were really turned off.
Yeah.
That ruffled a lot of fans. Like, you rather lose than, play with a better team. You rather lose based on your ideology, which is Cuba in a nutshell. Those people, then open up and have a better team. That's the problem. But the funny thing is, they do it in other sports. In soccer, there's a bunch of players that are. There's a Cuban American that play for them in soccer. I don't understand why they don't do it in baseball. I guess baseball is more high profile.
For them, yes, I would agree with that. I think they don't care as much about, it doesn't. It's for them, Cuba's baseball. That's what you think of internationally. Yeah. Baseball is baseball.
So you want to win, right?
No, of course you want to win. You would think you want to win, of course.
Yeah, but no, not them.
They don't want to win. No. No, traidores. Son traidores. According to them.
They rather cut off their nose to spite their face. That old English saying? That's what it is. And
that's how it is.
Yeah. But it is what it is, man.
Yeah.
They're going to learn. They're going to learn this tournament why they shouldn't do stuff like that. And if they have to qualify, be careful because those qualification tournaments,
they're not easy. No,
who are you going to have to play for you?
That's right.
It's during the season. It's during the season.
You don't want to have to. You're right. So just to get it on record, your prediction is that Cuba will not qualify.
1-3, 0-4. They can sneak a game out.
Wow.
But I don't see them winning more than one game.
Oh my God.
Maybe they beat Panama because Livan's on the hill, and they're probably gonna make Livan throw Livan Moinelo. I call him Livan because I know. If you hear me call about the names, because I know him personally. But
of course,
Moinelo's gonna be on the mound. They're probably gonna have him pitch 8 innings and then have Rydell close it out. You know what I'm saying? That's probably what they can do.
Right, Rydell is a good arm too, though.
No, and they can't. There's a pitch count, so that's gonna be a problem too.
Oh, never mind.
Who's gonna be your middle relievers?
Yariel. I guess maybe Yariel.
Livan 4, Yariel 2, but then you still got 3 innings to eat up, man. You know what I'm saying? You got two innings there until you reach Rydell. Because once you reach Rydell Martinez, that's up.
I'll be honest with you. Like, if we're talking about historically, right? Obviously, people from a distance will go, "Oh, Cuba and Puerto Rico are the favorites for the pool." I am Puerto Rican, and I don't like our chances to come out the pool.
No?
That's how bad. And no, because, all right, Puerto Rico, right? Think about it like this. No, Puerto Rico has never been blessed with a lot of starting pitching. We understand that, it's never been our thing. However, with Berrios is not confirmed yet.
Okay.
And I'm not talking about the professor. Obviously, we're talking about Jose Berrios, right? La Máquina Berrios is not confirmed yet. Seth Lugo said, yes, he intends to play, right? But there's no confirmation yet.
Okay. How about your minor league?
We got minor league. We got, the Yankee minor league pitcher of the year, player of the year was Elmer Rodriguez Cruz.
Yeah.
Very good stuff. He got the okay to play. Yeah. So we'll see. But who else? I mean, we got,
no Fernando
you got to get innings.
No,
Fernando Cruz. Fernando
Cruz.
Cruz.
I mean, excuse me, Fernando Cruz.
They say maybe. They say maybe. They
that
haven't
guy, man.
confirmed it yet. But
That
I'm telling you,
guy's
bro.
that guy's Iron Man. That guy's played in every tournament with Puerto Rico. Every
You
international.
remember? Yeah,
yeah,
for
of
like
course.
12 years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
always
He's
throwing gas, man. That guy's always throwing gas.
He's got a splitter too. He's got a freaking
he's
nasty splitter.
No, he's
Nasty.
nasty setup, man. No,
That guy could pitch anywhere.
He'll probably close for you guys though in the tournament, no?
Well, if they let Edwin Diaz play. So I'm gonna be conspiracy theorist for a second here. Or ask the question. Let's see what you think, right? Why is it that the Latino teams are having such difficulty with insurance, quote unquote, right? Altuve is not gonna be there. Correa's not gonna be there, right? They're hearing Jose Ramirez may not play for DR.
No, he's not.
Then right, he's not. And then you have Japan, right?
Yeah.
Japan and USA are intact.
Okay,
what's going on?
That's an excuse from the players,
right?
Because I don't want to play. Oh, my insurance. Right. Oh, the team told me to go to spring training. That's an excuse from the players. Because I haven't heard any Cuban player say insurance. All the Cuban players say, I gotta go to spring training.
Pues no tiene seguro, or they don't care about it, or what?
Nah. I think that
I know.
I think that's a like that's an excuse. Like, yeah, I don't want. Because when has Ramirez ever played for DR?
Never. And we love Ramirez. We love him as a player. We do.
I mean, remember, I vote Hall of Fame in 4 years. Right. This is my 6th year with the BBWA. I think he has. I mean, he has my vote because I think he's on the way to 400.
Wow, which is crazy.
Yeah, I think he has a very good shot at 400. He has what, 260, 240?
Something like that.
Home runs, 240, something like that. But he's not very well liked by the media here, man.
No. That's what I heard.
Yeah, I mean, by his teammates, they love him. But as a media guy, here the
Los periodistas.
Here the good ones too.
You can tell. Nobody likes him. No.
Yeah, the good journalists that are here, which is the majority. You got a few outlandish journalists here, but the good journalists that are here, they don't like him. The only guy they dislike more than this guy Ramirez is Mejia, Francisco Mejia, the catcher.
Oh yeah, that guy gets whipped, boy. That's the whipping boy.
Yeah, no, because he's not a nice guy. They call him his nickname is Barry Bonds. You know how Barry Bonds didn't like to speak to the media? That's his nickname.
Right.
In DR.
Yeah, but at least Barry Bonds was good.
Yeah, no, Barry Bonds is great. Not good, great. That guy's probably the best hitter we've ever seen. Yeah.
Well, that's what I mean. I mean, at least he was great, but I mean, this guy's not even good, and he's a jerk. You know what I mean?
He's not very well liked here.
And that's crazy, man.
Yeah, even today, you saw when they asked Jose Ramirez about the World Baseball Classic, he's like, I'm not focusing on that. I'm focusing on my contract.
Right. It's
a very not a good answer, man.
No,
not a very diplomatic answer.
It's not happening. He's not gonna play. If you're gonna play, right? Wouldn't you say, "Hey, I'll be there," or whatever, or "I'm gonna play," or if you're not gonna go, just be straight up.
And Machado had ceded third base to him, being the leader that he is. That's one thing about
I give him credit. I give him credit.
Oh, hey, he's a hell of a ball player.
He's matured. He wouldn't have done that before. He's matured.
3 guys that will finish their career with 400 home runs will be Arenado, will be Machado, and will be Jose Ramirez. Probably all 3 are going to have my vote for the Hall of Fame.
Hall of Famers. Yeah. Absolutely.
Without a doubt.
No debate.
Without a doubt.
Not to me. Best 3 third baseman after Beltré.
Yeah.
After Beltré with Latinos.
Beltré's the man. But you got to look at defensively. Probably Arenado's the best defensive third baseman we've seen as a Latino. You know,
ever.
10 gold gloves, 6 platinum gloves.
Ever.
You know, yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
Ever. Ever. Now, Beltré's right there. Beltré is all around. The man. Beltré's the best.
Best third baseman for Latinos we've ever seen.
He was a good defender too.
Yeah, no, without a doubt, the best all-around third baseman is him. Is Beltré. In fact, I'll go even further. Besides Mike Schmidt in my life, because I'm
the best third baseman.
Because I'm an old guy. He's the best. Beltré, aside from Mike Schmidt, is the best third baseman that I've seen.
I agree with that. Of course. Yeah. No. He was the man. So Venezuela has announced. Obviously, we know Ramirez will not be there. But it was announced that apparently Acuña is going to be there.
Well,
Michael
Garcia.
Garcia, really good player.
Good third baseman,
¿Y quién más? They mentioned somebody else too. Oh, William Abreu también.
Hell of a defender.
Good
team.
Yeah.
Well, Gold Glover. If it wasn't for him, Adolis Garcia would have won a Gold Glove. If it wasn't for Abreu. But think about Venezuela. All right, Venezuela they've always been a very underachieving team based on the.
I agree with you. Yeah.
Based
Big
on
time.
It's like the remember back in the 90s, the
Buffalo Bills.
No, the Buffalo Bills, but the Colombian soccer team. They were
star-studded. Stacked. They always got eliminated early.
Yeah,
they always got eliminated early.
Yeah. They have to beat DR.
I have a theory.
Yeah.
It's in the arepas.
Could be.
Because if it happened with Colombia, I'm just
now you know it probably was Maduro. That's what it was. He's the jinx for them. Now
he's gone. That's it. That's it.
But now a confidence builder for them is to beat DR. Like last tournament, you saw how confident they were when they beat DR.
They gotta do it again.
Yeah. And then the second round, they ran into what they played around Team USA.
Yeah.
And you basically lost to the runner-up in the tournament. You know?
Here's the problem with DR though when you play DR, and I know this from experience with the World Baseball Classic last time with Puerto Rico, right? The problem is DR is a prime letdown spot the game after, because that is what happened with you remember PR?
Yeah.
Killed it against DR. They laid an egg against Mexico.
Yeah.
They blew the lead.
Well, also Mexico's a very underrated team. That's another team you gotta watch out for.
Yeah. Mexico Mexico can go far. I predict they probably make the Final Four. I would not be surprised if they do.
They're like PR. They play very fundamental baseball.
Yes.
And you got your cult figures like Randy Arozarena, who they say is Mexican, but we all know he's not Mexican. But you got Alejandro.
We
Kirk,
know this. Of course,
Urias,
I know.
You got Paredes. You got a lot of good players on that team, and they're pitching.
Jonathan Aranda también.
Yeah,
he's a good
first
player.
baseman. Yeah. Well, and you're pitching. You know they have a lot of good Mexican pitchers nowadays.
They've always had.
Yeah.
Not just nowadays. You got to be fair.
Yeah.
Mexico's always had good pitchers. You know.
Yeah. And a lot of them don't even throw hard. They're just very uncomfortable guys to face because they throw a lot of junk balls at you.
Yeah, they get you. They throw. They know how to paint the corners. Deception. You know, they're throwing that 67 mile per hour.
That
slurve.
Duque, that pitch that Duque used to throw.
Right.
Ephus pitch. No,
you don't know where it's going to end up at.
But they also incorporate a lot of Mexican Americans on their team.
Right. That would be nice if Cuba could do that, right?
Yeah, that's what I was getting.
Cuba, nice.
Cuba can learn from them. Yeah, no, you got to watch out with Mexico. And Benji Gill's going to be their manager, right?
Yeah. And I'll tell you this.
The manager.
I love Benjamin Hill. I love him as a manager.
Yeah, no.
I know Dominican hate him because he said that Mexico was better. I think it was just poking fun, right?
Well, he has to say that.
Right. I love that guy as a manager.
No, he's a good manager.
Tremendous.
Serie Caribe guy. He's been to a couple of he's won Serie de Caribe, you know. And when he took the Culiacan, took a few Serie Caribes. And now I think this year, who's he managed? I think he's the manager for
Los Charros.
They're champions in
Mexico.
In Mexico, yeah. And they're the favorite. Well, them and DR are the favorites to win the Serie Caribe because DR's gonna have a squad. So
DR always has. Look, listen. We know that. To be fair, we gotta be honest here. When it comes to Serie Caribe, no other country takes it more serious than DR.
Yeah,
Nobody.
well,
they take it serious. They leave it on the line.
They're the toughest league. Well, at least with the Serie Caribe, you don't have to find out what age these kids are. You know, that's all.
Oh, you mean the Serie Caribe kids?
Yeah. The 18-year-olds that play on that team.
I'm 12.
Yeah. Maria.
I'm 12. Trust me. And the guy, they give him what is it? They pay the umpire. It's
he's
got documentation.
Yeah, you go.
He's got documentation.
A picture with crayon. I'm 12. Yeah, I was watching something today. Like this 10-year-old kid. Supposedly he's 10 years old. I think I said it to you. This 10-year-old kid hitting home runs. I'm like, come on. I was telling my wife, this kid's not 10. If he's 10, I'm 15. If you didn't see it, I'm next. I'm gonna send it to you later. Supposedly, kid's 10 years old. Like, yeah, I don't believe you.
No, not yet. No, listen. I mean, that's a whole. I could do like a whole podcast series on that, like a
Yeah.
whole series. Like, I'm not even kidding you.
I think eventually you're gonna have to start DNA testing these kids to see how old they really are, man.
Oh my God. Oh, Tara, we gotta hire Maury. Where's Maury at? Maury can't be doing anything these days. Roll him out there.
Something there. You can see how old you really are. You know,
get him an interpreter and you like, roll him out there.
Yeah, no. But with serious note, with Cuba, man, I don't know, man. We'll see what they do. Remember, because the major league guys can incorporate themselves onto like what 6 days before the tournament.
Right. Yeah.
Well, Cuba and Arizona, they have 2 exhibition games. They have one with Kansas City and one with Cincinnati. And we'll see who they really are. They got a lot of raw guys. You got Ociel Rodriguez, who used to be a Yankees prospect, who throws 97 miles an hour. Kid throws heat. Problem is he's not polished, you know?
Right. He's not polished.
So the Yankees let him go. He's in the Mexican League now. He played last year with the Bravos de León. He's young, but these kids, there's kids with talent because you got a lot of kids that now, all these kids are going to be kids that are in a minor league system or been in the majors or played high level in Mexico, you know? And Japanese League. You're not going to have many people from the island. If you have somebody from the island, it'll probably be backup catcher, Andres Perez, because they don't have anybody else to catch. Because Carroll was supposed to be the catcher. He told him no. That was one of the main ones. Carroll will never play for those people as long as they're there. We spoke to him plenty of times. Which, I mean, I don't blame them. I don't blame them. That Cuba did that to themselves. But it's gonna be very awkward to watch Cuba play.
Listen, I know maybe I'm guilty of just like brand recognition, right? I still can't believe until I see it that Cuba's not gonna be at least in the mix, right?
You're gonna see it.
I have to see. Now I get what you're saying, but I don't believe it until I see it.
And with as backwards as Cuba is, all right. For example, shortstop, right? In a normal world, it would have been Neto, okay, but they nixed that. But right now, what you have left, your options are Arruaruena, who's 107 years old, and then you got.
I know where you're going. Go.
Alexander Vargas, right? Vargas is a young kid in the Cincinnati Reds farm system. He's gotten as high as AAA. He used to be a Yankees prospect. He's gotten as high as AAA, right? That's the guy you want playing shortstop because he has range, and he's deceptively a good hitter for that tournament. But we all know Arruaruena is going to be a starting shortstop. Remember, I told you this.
Yeah.
Who I think I have better range today than Arruaruena does in the
Let
field.
me ask you a question. So is it a foregone conclusion that third base is going to be Alexei?
No.
At 44 years old?
No. The third baseman is going to be Moncada if he decides to play.
Okay, he's going to play, you think?
He hasn't said no yet.
He's with the Angels again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But all right, Alexei, if he plays in there, he'll play first base.
Okay.
The thing is, all right, these people base this thing on the Cuban tournament. Alexei at 45 years old went and lit up the Cuban tournament.
Right? Yeah.
All right. You got guys throwing 85 miles an hour in that tournament. That's their fastball. I think you and I could go and hit 300 in the Cuban tournament that they have over there. Because all you have there, right, is old guys that can't sign anywhere, young guys that are coming up that are just becoming.
They're not ready. They're not polished.
They're forming themselves, and guys that nobody wants to sign. You see what I'm saying? That's that tournament.
Right.
All right. Let's be honest. The Caribbean leagues, right? You got DR as 1. You got Mexico as 2. You got Venezuela as 3. I got PR as 4. Right? I would put Nicaragua as a better tournament than Cuba today. I would put Panama as a better tournament than Cuba. I would put Colombia as a better tournament based on the fact that they're professionals.
Right.
Cuba's probably all right. It went from before. All right, after 2006, that's when it started to go downhill. Before that, Cuba was probably the strongest league in the Caribbean because nobody left.
Oh yeah.
Because you got all right. Because you guys look at this way. Name another league that you can have guys go directly from that league to the majors, like you had Contreras, like you had Abreu, you You had
Yeah.
Alexei. You had
Mhm.
Cespedes. Those guys went from
They
that
went
league to the pro.
direct.
Yeah,
Direct. Yep.
no
That
minor
league,
league.
yeah, that
Yeah,
league was no joke. Yeah.
yeah. Basically, made the only one that went back down
Yeah.
was Contreras. He made the opening day roster and sent it back down. But look at Alexei's rookie year. If it's not for Evan Longoria, Alexei's the rookie of the year that year.
I agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was a 5 tool guy.
Well,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah,
Alexei
yeah.
was a 5 tool guy. I
Hell
used
of
to
a
love
player.
watching that kid. I love
Hell,
watching him play.
hell of a player. Kind of quirky though, in the way if you
Yeah,
see
it's
him,
a little weird.
yeah, he's a quirky guy. Nice guy. But he's very quirky. Not in his personality, in the way he plays the game. He's very quirky.
Yeah.
No,
Yes.
but
Yes. Yeah. He's not conventional with his movements.
no,
Are
no,
very
at all, at
unconventional.
all. Well, he's a very long guy, very tall and long
Very
guy,
long. Yep.
very lanky guy.
But he was athletic as hell in
Well,
his prime.
he's
Athletic as hell.
he's what you call wiry, skinny but strong.
Yep.
He's
Fast
wiry.
twitch athlete
Yeah.
at that
Oh
time.
yeah.
Wiry.
Oh yeah. Remember, he's the
I
first one
remember.
to leave. 2016. He's the first one to leave Cuba. He marries a girl in the Dominican Republic, leaves with a fiancé visa, and never comes back. Played.
Well, he went back now.
Yeah.
I never understood that, man.
Well, he wants
Like,
to. But a lot of those guys have family there. You know, like another one is like Yasmani Tomas. Yasmani Tomas doesn't really need to play baseball anymore. He has money. He
has
just
money.
wants to play baseball. You see how he could have signed in Japan, he could have signed in Mexico. I know for a fact that plenty of teams in Mexico wanted Yasmani Tomas. Tijuana Toros, I know for a fact, wanted Tomas a few years ago. But Tomas is like, nah, why am I going to go play over there? I just want to play winter ball, and I want to play in Cuba and be with my people. Like you don't necessarily have to be a communist to want to go play in Cuba. Like Yasmani is nothing communist in him. But he grew up with his people in that neighborhood, and he wants to play there before he retires.
Yeah. There's
He's
a
playing
difference.
now.
I get it. Yeah.
He's
No,
playing, he's playing now with that blue team that you have on your cap.
Oh, you won't address them, sir? Excuse
No,
me.
I'm not a fan. I'm
The very glorious
no.
the eye.
They're the Cuban Lycée. But because as you know, growing up, my whole family's fan because I was born in the capital.
Industriale, yeah.
Yeah.
Nah,
but
but bro, I love history. I'm a history dude, though. I love their history. Like I just eat that up.
Well, they come from Amendares. All right, that's another tidbit that I'm gonna throw at you. The Dominican League was patterned after the old Cuban professional league.
Of course.
Let me give you an example. The Leones del Escogido, same color scheme, right? Similar logo to the Leones de La Habana. El Licey is very similar to Amendares. Los Alacranes de Amendares. And then you got La Estrella Orientales, right? Same color scheme as the Cienfuegos, los Elefantes Cienfuegos. And what's the mascot? La Estrella Orientales? It's elephant. Now we were having that conversation. I had it with I was here and I had this conversation with Johnny Trujillo. Well, you know him. You've met Trujillo.
Yeah, of course.
Trujillo's a great friend of mine. He calls me Giuseppe. He doesn't call me Yusseff. Giuseppe, tú sabes que esto? He was telling me about that.
He made you Italian.
Yeah.
He made you Italian.
He's a good guy. He broke it down for me. I was like, what, Johnny? You got a point there, Johnny. You got a point there. But that's basically what it was based on. But let's see how everything plays out, brother.
Here's the thing. And so it's funny you mentioned that really quick because you could make the argument also. I mean, los cangrejeros de Santurce, they have a letter S that is like old English style, same color scheme.
Yeah, but they were
Leones de Ponce. No, I know, but what I'm saying is that those were all around the same time. Los Leones de Ponce, black and red.
Yeah. No, but but the Puerto Rican League was already there. Remember,
of course.
Founding
Puerto Rico was around a long time.
Yeah, founding members of the Serie del Caribe. You got Puerto Rico, you got Cuba, you got Panama, and you got Venezuela. Remember,
that's right.
The revolution hits Cuba. Cuba's replaced by DR, and Mexico replaces Panama because Panama, it was a money issue. They don't really spend money on baseball in Panama.
What is the okay? I'm glad you brought that up. Since you already brought it up, obviously we know they're in the World Baseball Classic. I think they can surprise some teams. They can be a surprise. Very talented. Why are they not an official member of La Serie del Caribe? Is it just that what you said?
Yeah, you have to have certain you have to meet certain criteria. Professional league, and Some leagues can't pay that money, that fee. That's why Colombia's not in it, and I don't think Panama wants to pay that. But every team has to put $1 million. Remember, when Cuba returned to the Serie del Caribe, they were accepted as a member in 2013, right? Again, but they were given a discounted fee until MLB heard. They said, "What? Hold on." MLB said, and then Miss Kim Inge was the vice president of operations in MLB. She sent a letter to him saying, "Hey, bro, there's an embargo here. No, you can't play in the Serie del Caribe." And then they rescinded, said Cuba will be an invited member. But I don't think Cuba, until they have a professional league, should be a member of the Serie del Caribe.
I agree with that. Yeah.
When they start paying,
you don't award them. You don't award a society like that. They don't deserve that.
Let me tell you how bad they are. All right. Juan Francisco Puello, you know that was the commissioner. He's a commissioner still of the Confederation of the Caribbean. For years, since the 90s, that man was fighting to get Cuba inducted into the Serie del Caribe, right? Even as an invited member, he does, right? Well, the Serie del Caribe in Puerto Rico, when Cuba didn't go, because they didn't want to pick up their visas that were in the Dominican Republic, right? They had their visas, they just didn't want to pick them up. Well, they turned on him and said, "No, he's a pawn of the American government." That's how ungrateful they are. No, until those people are gone, that man fought tooth and nail for years. Finally gets him in, and then Eugenio Velez comes out with this speech, which I don't want to speak ill of the dead, but he wasn't a very nice guy.
Yeah, of course.
They turns on them and makes it look like if they're the bad guys. When
they I can't. I can't respect that. Respect that. Speaking of that, right? I wanted to make sure that I plug this because my clothing, brand.
I was gonna wear the shirt
Baseball
today.
Aficionado. I appreciate that. Baseball Aficionado. Wait, I put the wrong. Wait. Here we go. That's the smaller one. Can't see your head. All right. Baseball Aficionado, hats, tees, shirts, baseball inspired. Check it out. BBAficionado.com.
I would have been wearing the hoodie this weekend because it's pretty close. It's pretty cold in Miami. But I love that Roberto Clemente shirt. It's dope, man. I got the Cuba hat. I bought something else. With the Roberto Clemente. What did I buy with that? I bought something else.
You bought something else, didn't you buy?
A cap. I bought a cap.
Didn't you buy this?
The Cuba cap. Yes, I did.
You bought this. Guys,
great stuff. I wore the Clemente shirt on the show. I just love that design, man. That's a great design.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
When it comes to your designs, they're awesome, man. But I'm telling you,
appreciate that.
You want to sell some more stuff? Big four in Cuba that you have to put out. Industriales, right? Villa Clara. Santiago, who's the rival, and then
you're working on that.
Pinar del Rio. Those four. Very, very big fan bases, brother. That's the big four in Cuba. If you put those out, people will go crazy for them, man. Industriales, the thing is, Industriales is like El Licey. They have a fan base countrywide,
all over.
Yes.
International, I think. International.
No, at that too. Yeah. Well,
bro, yo te lo juro. I sold one of these hats before doing the session. I said, déjame ponerme la gorra before I go in.
It's a classic design.
Yeah,
classic
bro.
Design,
It's crazy.
I'm not a big fan of Industriales, but
I know.
Because it's the rivalry, Santiago Industriales. Like, all right, my whole family is Industriales fans. Because I was born in Havana. But I'm a Santiago fan. They bought me a jersey one time and sent it to Miami as like they were being funny. They had a jersey
like a prank.
Yeah, no, they had a jersey made, put my last name on it, and sent it to me. One of my family members came to Miami and said, "Hey, look, they sent you from Cuba." I was like, "What?" yeah, no, man, they take baseball serious over there.
Definitely. All right, before we wrap it up, any parting words? Anything anything right now that you're hearing rumor wise? From the Cuban Federation, I know it's like what is it? It's like it's like Fort Knox right now. Can't hear.
Yeah, for me not to get the actual roster, I think I had a better chance of getting the Trump to give me the nuclear codes because because last baseball classic they were really mad at us because we had the roster out before they had the roster out. But last baseball classic I had access to a lot more. Like I had access to Romero, I had access to Roenis, I had access to Ronald Bolaños. I had access to Oneki Garcia. Elian Leiva's a dear friend of mine. So I had access to all those guys. This year's a lot less guys that I have access to. You know what I mean? So
I
I got
hear
a lot of
you.
stuff. I got a lot of stuff. But something that caught my eye today before I came on the show, Omar Hernandez, the catcher, was invited to spring training by Kansas City. So that might be a problem. Nothing's come out yet, but that might be a problem.
Wow.
I just picked that up. Oh God, if you don't mind, I'm gonna put something out for us. If
Go
they want
ahead.
to if they
Dale.
want to see it in, all right, you want all the news in Spanish? Ve a pelotacubana.usa.com. Now in English, which because there's a lot of us Latinos that grew up in America and their Spanish is not that good. Not us per se, but others.
By others, yep.
Yeah, Cuban Baseball Digest. Everything's in English. Everything is translated from Spanish, and everything is breaking news that we have important stuff. So if you know, well, you read it because I send you articles and you go on there, and when you have a question,
I always read it. I
like
always read it.
like vice versa with Puerto
Vice
Rico.
versa.
I'll ask you something that I'm not sure with Puerto Rico. You know, but
Yeah, no, definitely. I'll put the links in the description afterwards.
Yeah.
After it's
Yeah.
it'll be in there.
Yeah, it's only two people I really count with when it comes to Puerto Rico. You and the great Tony Menendez, good friend of mine, great guy.
I called him. We haven't
Did you talk
spoken
to
yet
him?
though. He didn't pick up my call. I gotta call him again. So it's all good.
No,
It's all right. He's very
send him a
busy.
message. Yeah, he's
Should I send him a
college professor
WhatsApp?
over there. Yeah, that'll be better. Tell him that I sent you. But he's a college professor over there. He's a great guy, man. Tony Menendez is a great guy.
That fits him. I swear to
Oh,
God.
well, he's a very
that
cerebral.
so fits him.
He's a very cerebral guy. Yeah,
he
yeah,
looks
no,
like
definitely.
a professor. Yeah,
oh man, if you talk to him, you can sit and talk to him for hours. He's a very knowledgeable guy. One of the nicest guys you're ever gonna meet, man. For sure.
All right, definitely no. Pues yo le tiro después. Yeah. All right, man. Yusseff Díaz, of course, Pelota Cubana.
Santos, bro.
My brother. This is my mentor right here. I know you don't like the praise. No.
We're brothers.
This is my mentor.
We're brothers.
My brother. We'll talk. We'll catch up again.
Yeah,
right,
no, for sure. Hopefully one day you can make it out here to DR with me, and we'll go cover a game together. But
yeah.
I'm definitely counting on you to cover the New York Mets next year. You know you got carte blanche with us when it comes to covering.
Oh yeah, definitely appreciate. Yeah, definitely.
Always.
Pelota Cubana, of course, in the house, of course, always.
I'm a huge fan of yours. You do a great job, man. You do a great job when it comes to
I appreciate
your
you.
Baseball Aficionado, like because the way you phrase things, you know, you throw it out there, but you're not like some of these journalists out here are very brazen and they're chasing likes. You're not doing that. You're putting out facts. You know, you add a spin to it that
I let people figure it out. Like I don't, you know what I mean? Like I don't want you to.
Yeah.
I draw like what you're supposed to do is allow people to decide for themselves, right?
Yeah.
If you agree with me or not, I give you a little bit and then I let you fill it in the blank. Well, that's how I do it.
You add your own charisma to it. That's what caught my eye. Like when I first saw it, like, oh, this guy's good, man. Like you, Willie Baez, like you guys are awesome, man. You guys are the future for us Latinos in journalism. Because you got a lot of
I appreciate that from you. I appreciate
it's the truth. Because you got a lot of guys out here that are chasing likes, that are chasing clout. You guys are not doing that. You guys are putting out the facts, but you guys are adding a modern twist to it. You guys are like an evolution of the older journalists like us, you know? Because you guys are more sabermetric guys, we're more old school guys. You guys are adding a modern twist to our craft. And trust me,
I try.
I
appreciate that. Thank you. No, I just try. I try to like bridge the gap. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm like one of those generations that's in between. So it's like I try. I'm like a bridge. That's how I look at myself. I like to bridge the gap. I'm old school with certain things, and I'm new school with certain things. Like, and I kind of bridge the gap.
What I would like to see one day, and be honest, is you and Willie evolve into BBWA journalists, man. Like you guys can get, because you guys have all the time to get there, man. And I think you guys would be the perfect voters, especially Willie, because he's Mr.
He's
Mr. Numbers.
He's the numbers guy. Yeah, big
Excel
time,
guy.
so.
He's Excel guy.
He was like Excel spreadsheet. Yep.
Yeah. No, Willie's.
I've been telling him, I'm like, yo, I can't do all those spreadsheets.
Like Willie's a smart guy, man. Willie's a smart guy.
I'm good with this. I could talk, but he's like he's the
me. I'm just old school, man. I test.
Yep.
Yeah, I test. Yeah. No,
all right, my brother. Yusseff Díaz. We'll talk.
Anytime you want. I'm here, man. I'm on vacation. I'm on paternity leave. for the next 3 months. So anytime you want me, I'm here, brother.
Oh,
here.
hey, no, un saludo a tu familia, bro.
Thank you, brother.
Your
Likewise,
son,
likewise.
God bless.
Likewise.
All right.
Likewise.
Have
You
fun.
as well,
Enjoy
man.
yourself out
You
there.
as well, man. You're. I hear you when we're talking on WhatsApp. You're a great dad, man.
You hear
God
the kids?
God bless you, man. You're a great dad.
They're like jewelry. They're always on me. You know.
You got
I'm gonna
good
go
kids,
pick them
man.
up soon.
You got good kids. You got smart kids, man. God bless them, man.
Thank you.
You're a great dad, bro.
Thanks. I appreciate that, bro.
No
Thank
problem,
you,
brother.
Yusseff Díaz. Of
Hey,
course,
my
as
brother.
always, live life as if you're in a 3-2 count. Till
Yes,
next
sir.
time.
Enjoy it. Dale, cuídate.
All right. Cuídate.